The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoffs, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Chase. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Cameron. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They'll go to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
You know, there are a lot of coaches out there who believe bye weeks sometimes can take away your rhythm. And that might be the case with this offense right now. They just don't seem to be clicking in the passing game.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up the big return. Heads back out onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here comes the heat. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Chase. That's caught. It's Cameron. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. They'll go with a direct snap. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message.
Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, David.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Touchdown, Tigers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And it's a really nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator because you just had an explosive run getting you down close to the goal line. I think everybody on defense was expecting them to just turn around and hand it off again. Not the case. Now you go pass. Really nice catching the defense off guard, and they get the touchdown. Bang, bang, 2 plays, 6 points on the board.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point splits the uprights. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football-type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Looking for a crease, it's Mayer. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Got a man, it's Cameron. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll leave it with him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll keep it on the ground. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this defense. He's knocked down immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Chase. With the catch, it's Mayer. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're working that left side. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Off the play fake on first down, to throw. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Duke. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
That's the end of the period, and Duke has the lead. Fireworks aplenty in this first quarter, and these two teams put up some numbers as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Handoff to the single running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those.
Turning it on! Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Leaves it with the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Picked off. What a way to set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Blue Devils. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
The number one job in defending the quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure, the hit on the quarterback, forces the INT, and then Oski. As soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by 7 over UNLV. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, fellas, and we'll circle back if anything big happens.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but get
intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way.
This is is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Chase. Lets it go to the end zone. Fires a bullet, now it's picked off. All down inside the 5, out the 4 after the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Gives it to the back on the draw. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. He's got him this time. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Chase. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little.
Touchdown, Duke! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Tight end now in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the first down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And it's nice to be an offense coordinator and go, all right, run it. Like, run it again. Run it again. 5 straight runs, moving the sticks, all easy, high-percentage runs, keeping the ball on the ground. They must think they have a physical advantage up front.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Gonna take a shot. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Looking deep. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Bringing it back. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have it. It's defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Makes the catch. It's Worthy. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to go up top. He's got the back in the middle. There he goes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. LSU quick to the line. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They found a little open space. Unfortunately, it was in the wrong direction. Second and long coming up. Off play action. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half. And this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing.
And that is his fifth interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
He lofts one down the sideline. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
On the option. Now the pitch. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Looking to throw. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Still down big here in the third quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Here we go. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Well, here's the thing. Not a great run, but the offense has scored a ton of points. They haven't necessarily needed to have a strong running game in this one. Their quarterback right now is just playing lights out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'd get back to throwing the ball.
Makes the catch. It's Cameron. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And the Blue Devils will try to pick it up on fourth down. Now on the move. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Duke. And the route is on.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phyllis, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Toledo is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 21 to Buffalo. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wide receiver going in motion. Toss to the outside. Makes one man miss. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going.
And he's thrown another interception. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at